Hey guys, how's it going? I am the ConflictNerd, hello and welcome back to Oort Online and welcome to Let's Build a Castle episode 9. Today, we're going to be flattening out the terrain around here, throwing up a market stall, and fully constructing a clock tower. As I've mentioned in the past, I've been leaning away from having just a simple road in this area outside of the keep, and instead have decided to turn it into a market area. The first step towards this, however, was to flatten out and tidy up all of the terrain. With the terrain sorted, I had to move on and tear down this tree. Now honestly, this tree probably wouldn't have really been in the way, but it would have just spoiled the final view of this area from the keep. I'm also quite keen on having my own style of trees in this area, since they'd be much smaller, a bit neater, and would work much better with the overall design and the overall scale of this castle. Once I was done with the tree, I decided that it would probably be a good idea to see what would make a good market stall. Unlike Minecraft, there's only one colour of wool in Oort Online, at least right now, so there wasn't really anything I could do with the top of a stall. That said, I think it turns out quite reasonable. The end product is really only a prototype though, so it'll be getting torn down when I actually have a good location for more stalls. I wanted the clock tower to be in the middle of a market square, so I went ahead and started planning out a square area with dark gravel. Honestly, this will probably become less of a square as we add more stalls and off-roads and things like that, but right now it's a square. At least, like I said, right now. The tower itself is actually going to be in a few sections in terms of construction. The base and the third section are going to be exactly the same except for their height. The second section is quite thin, and the topmost section is where the faces are going to go, along with a nice peaked roof. This actually wound up being a little bit taller than I initially thought. That said, I was quite happy looking down on everything. I'm not sure what I expected to build here other than a clock tower, but I was happy with the progress that I was making. The roof was easy enough to do. I didn't want to throw it on top of the face section, at least not directly, so I took some inspiration from Elizabeth Tower, which is actually the tower that holds Big Ben. Most people think the tower is called Big Ben. It's not actually. Big Ben's just the bell, but that's a tangent. Basically, the roof section on this tower, much like Elizabeth Tower, is somewhat raised and weirdly peaked above the face section. Now, I've been calling this a clock tower for this whole time, this whole episode, but that's actually a lie. There wasn't any space at all to actually fit a clock face, plus the dimensions were completely off, there was no way I could do it. So I just used some lamps to brighten this face up and brighten all of the faces up. So you might not be able to tell the time, but you will certainly see this tower from quite far away. And as we finish things up here, that is going to be it for this episode. If you have any suggestions for what should be built in the castle and around the castle, be sure to leave them in the comment section wherever YouTube has them these days. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, then be sure to tell me why. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Episode 10 will be up very soon. I've been the ConflictNerd, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.